What are my honest thoughts on Singapore as a place to visit, as a place to spend a considerable amount of time, and what are my thoughts on potentially living here? Well, put it this way, I've already booked my flights to come back. I think it's absolutely fantastic. All the people are lovely. When you're walking down the street, everyone's saying hello to each other, everyone's having a chat. It's not like in the UK where everyone's miserable and bothered about work. They have a lovely way about them here. Everyone that you walk past in bars and restaurants isn't trying to oversell you on everything. They're just saying, would you like to pop in for a drink or pop in for a meal? But they're not hassling you. The weather's great. It's a little bit humid at times and it's a bit rainy, but the rain doesn't last very long and it dries up in a few seconds because it is so warm. Off the back of that as well, when you want to go out and exercise or go for a bike ride, a walk or a run, it's dead easy because you just walk out the front door, shorts and t-shirt, no hassle. You don't have to try and force yourself to do it in cold climates that you normally do. The food's great, super fresh food. Everyone's in great shape here because it's all healthy, nice fruit and veg, a lot of fish dishes. That's brilliant. Yeah, the place is super clean. It's dead easy to get around. You can walk pretty much everywhere. You've got the MRT, which is the underground train station, which you simply tap your phone on when you walk in, tap your phone on when you walk out, simple as that, and that takes you all the way under the whole of Singapore. That's great. The only thing I think about if you're to spend a considerable amount of time here is that the UK, where all my business is based, is 8 hours behind. So that's a bit messy when you're trying to work. I might have to work into the evening and maybe into the night, but I think it's not a bad sacrifice to spend your time here. Another thing worth mentioning in Singapore is the level of wealth that's here. There's tons and tons of money. And one thing, after speaking to someone in a restaurant over the weekend, they were talking about the car tax and why there's so little cars on the road. When you take a walk round or ride a bike around Singapore, you notice that there's hardly any vehicles on the road. And from what I can understand, that's because there's a massive tax on purchasing vehicles here. Where a vehicle in the UK might be 30 or 40,000, it might be 50, 60, 70,000 over here. So it dissuades a lot of people from actually purchasing vehicles. But on top of that, to actually have a certificate to have a car is, from what people were saying, was about 90,000. Now, this is just having a chat to a few people that are from here. You would tend to think they would know what they're talking about, but don't 100% quote me on it. But just one of the things that makes you realise the amount of money that's here, and then taking a drive around is just super peaceful. It's dead quiet, there's hardly any pollution. A very wealthy place and a great place to visit, and I actually think probably a great place to live.